Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome to my craft room. This isn't the first video of my craft room, so if you want to check my playlist on organization and craft room, I think it's called, I'll link to it in the description below this. You can see. In this video, I just want to show you some updates and how things have evolved. So number one, the cabinets behind me were an amazing gift from my friends, and the stool that I'm sitting in was a gift from another friend, and the only thing that I actually bought was the countertop. So that was one trip, well, two trips to a home improvement store because the first one didn't have it. And so it's just been patched together, and so far I like it. It's working for me. And I'll show you the cabinet that I've added more recently. What I found was I'm so messy. I know, it's shocking. That the countertop, it just got too full. There wouldn't be any place for me to work because I had too many things that I was working on and I didn't have a place to put those away. So I'll show you what my strategy is for that. And then if you have any questions, you can post them down below. The cupboard on this far right here, is full height storage. Then I have cupboards down there, and I've gone through those, and then you can see my counter. And then what we're gonna look at today is the cabinet over here on the left side, this big vertical one. So we'll go in and take a close up. The top shelf, I have a basket labeled UFOs. And if you've watched my channel before, you know that means unfinished objects. So those are things that maybe I make in a video or I start out in the shop in a mixed media project. They're ready to go to the next phase, but I don't want to work on them right now. Maybe I lost inspiration. Maybe I got sidetracked. I don't know. Maybe I never had a plan. I just started it. I did a happy mail where I sent a journal cover to someone. I don't know if I had a plan when I made the cover, but it was from my UFO basket, so you never know. Then I have some art journaling books up there. And then this next shelf right here, this is where I keep my in process, my projects. So I have a basket or a little bin for Splendor, which is what I've been using for my beginning card maker series, and one for my blue book. That's my blue journal that I've been making. And my friend Noni got these at a garage sale. They also sell something like this at Tuesday Morning. I was using Dollar Tree bins. These are 12 inches long. So you can have your thing of stickers or scraps of 12-inch paper and put them in there. And they're sturdy enough that when I put a 12 by 12 pad in them, it doesn't make them fall over. So I'm in love with these. But, you know, I wouldn't pay $6 or $7 a piece for them. So how you obtain storage is up to you. Then down here, this is where I keep my 6x6 pads. So these are 6x6 pads that for the most part are whole. And I don't have embellishments or accessories to go with these. I mean, of course I have embellishments and stuff, but nothing that actually matches the collection. Does that make sense? And then over here is 8x8 in the same system. This next shelf down is a bin that many of us have. It just looks different in your room. This, I think, is $15.99. It comes with this lid. You can put it on it, carry it around. I don't use the lid, except I use the lid as a tray with my Big Shot and not my Big Shot, my Sidekick, and I do die cutting and projects in it. But I use these for storage of solid color scraps, somewhat sorted by color family, and there's a printed one. And I also use these boxes for travel. They are great for projects on the go or different things. I also store dies in them. I'll show you that. I got that idea from, I think it was Scrap the World. I talked about it in a different video, but I really like it. The boxes themselves are great. Definitely worth the $16. And then I just use this like a tray to keep them upright. Then here I have some small pads that they showed up randomly, and I don't know if I need them really, but I'm hoping to use them. Then this is embellishments with no specific reason for being there. I would say they probably go down here. This is where we start to get into the collections. This is all a matching collection from my Happy Mail that A Date with My Craft Room, Tasha, sent me. So what I've done is I kept it all together and I'm thinking it's probably one of my next things that I'm going to work on, but fall is upon me, so I need to work on fall too. So I just keep them together, and I'm not sure what my logic was on 2 boxes, but I'm sure there was a reason. And then all of my other collections I keep on this next shelf down. This section, when this unit, I don't know if I mentioned, this was out in my garage, so I needed more storage. My counter needed, right? I needed to buy less. My counter was getting too full, and there were boards in between. So what I did was I knocked out some of the boards that were just attached with a nail. Some are actually built in. And then I used this shelf to keep any sort of collection that isn't just a 6x6. So let me explain, and I'll try not to crinkle too much. This is Pick Me Up that I'm working on. It's my August No Paper Left Behind challenge. And I keep all of the scraps for it in this bag, and then it goes with this tub right here. This tub has partial cards and stickers and all kinds of stuff. So that's one that I'm working on, and I just put it down here because it was just too much for that shelf up above where I keep my in progress. Then here's another example. It's in the lineup and waiting. All of my fall stuff is in this bag right here. I have cute little sentiment stickers that I bought when I was shopping with Sabrina that I didn't need but had to have. I have ephemera and the matching 6x6 pad. So sorry for crinkling, you guys. So I keep them all together because in the world of clutterbug.com, I'm a butterfly. So if I take these and put these away, I won't find them. So I don't sort things necessarily by ephemera and then 6x6s. I keep a collection together, and all of my fall stuff is in here. There could be scraps from last year's fall collection in there, all sorts of stuff. This is also where I keep 6x6 pads. Look at this beauty. And the collections that I picked up recently, any collection is in here. I had them in separate places, like I had baby in one area and stuff that I had started in another and hadn't cut into. It got away from me because I kept buying more and I kind of forgot what I had. So this is everything except holiday. There's no holiday themed stuff in here. Anything 12 by 12, collections from Tuesday morning. So here's an example. I have my Hooray paper and stickers, and then the washi tape sits right here on the shelf to go with it. And I should use it because I think now it's showing up on Tuesday morning and I paid full price. But that's okay. This washi tape is Secret Garden, and I have other parts of this collection, not the paper, I never found the paper, on the shelf here. So that's why this washi sits over here. So that gives you an idea of what that is. Essentially, those are things I should work on. So last month when we voted on what I was going to do for August No Paper Left Behind, I just pulled, I think I had a new thing and an old thing that I pulled out of there, and then you guys picked. I have more of them, but I don't want to show you because they crinkle. The other thing that I tried that I really loved, if you live near a Daiso, they have these containers. I don't live near a Daiso, and when I went, I bought one A4, and then I bought a different size. I should have bought more of these. So, I don't know why this is in here, though. Good thing we're checking this. So, if you had some of these, you could use these for your collections. It would protect it better. It wouldn't crinkle as much. I've tried some of those other things that people have showed, like the folios from Hobby Lobby and that kind of thing. I just don't like them. I don't like that there's a, what's it called? A gusset, and then I feel like it's going to crinkle up my paper. So that's why I just use the bags the collections come in. If I had a whole bunch of these, I would use them because they're pretty great. But Daiso is not handy for me. So this one here and there, it should be up in the 6x6s, and I don't know why I put it in there. I was probably testing storage or something, or I took it somewhere for the weekend. The only thing I have that goes with here and there is a little bit of washi, and you're gonna laugh, but look where I keep it. Yep, right there on the wall. That's some here and there washi. That's my system. It's not a perfect system, but it works. That was on something, a friend got that. So anyway, those are all the to-dos. Then if we go down one shelf, on this shelf down here, I keep my Big Shot and my new blue plates that I'm so excited about. And what's that thing called? Crocodile, I think? I don't know. It does punches and grommets and all kinds of stuff. And then a whole bunch of embellishments. Way too many. Twines and buttons and a whole bunch of things. I don't keep sequins or enamel dots in there, but there's plenty. I'll show you. You get the idea. So what I do is I go through these and I put some in Happy Mail. I use some. The bottom one is all buttons. Some of my friends have been so generous with buttons, and then I bought buttons, and yeah, I don't need any more buttons for a while. It's a good problem to have, though. So you have to keep something on the bottom shelf for stability, but you also don't want to keep something that you're going to use all the time. So this box, it doesn't look like much, but it is full to the brim of holiday stuff. And then on top right there is some Easter stuff that I got from Tasha, A Date with My Craft Room. I didn't use it all the first year, so I kept it separate. So it's just in like a, I think this is a CD or movie case. These things are great. If you have some, don't throw them out. They're really nice for ephemera and other things. So that's holiday. And then right here is my cute little sewing machine that I got for $10. I had it out on my table for a while, but when I came back from the beach, I thought, okay, I'll just shove it in there and see. I don't think I need it out all the time, but sometimes I like to pull it out and set it up just to add some variety. Probably going to hear that sound in the background, so I just wanted you to know what it was. That is the old dog. This table is right next to my, you can see it sits right next to my shelving unit. And this table is sort of where I stage things that I'm working on right now, okay? So this pile here is a journal cover that was in my UFO basket, but it's going to be the next journal I make for myself. And I have a whole bunch of great vintage stuff that Tasha, A Date with My Craft Room, sent me. And I have new dies set out that I want to use, and just a bunch of paper and things that I want to use in that journal. Then right here I have a giveaway. The winner has been selected, and I don't really want you to see too much of what I'm adding into that, actually, so we're not going to talk about that. And and then what I do is I just leave things on this table that I want to work on. Most of the time you can't see any of this table, so this is actually pretty clean for me. And then this is another example of how I use those containers. This is my red, white, and blue one from when I was making those cards, and I still have the stuff in it. I'm probably going to circle back and take a bunch of this stuff apart now and put it back. Scraps where they go, that kind of thing. I'm really kind of done with red, white, and blue for this from a summer perspective, but because I like blue so much, of course, I'm going to use this washi. I think I've given out most of these cards, but maybe I could put some washi on the envelope if I remember. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's a way to store things, but you have to at some point commit and put them away if you're not going to finish them all the way. That's why I like the No Paper Left Behind challenge, because you know when you're done. Here's another container I got from Daiso and I wanted to mention. It's B5. So this was the A4 one. It's bigger. But B5, if you're a card maker, you can put brads, ephemera, the 6x6, and the little chipboard pack in them. You can't put a giant sticker sheet. So that's kind of what I was looking for, was like the be-all perfect container. See? You'd have to cut your sticker sheet down. And I don't know if you'd be willing to do that. And the same with this one. They don't fit in them. I want to be organized, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on my organizational stuff. So that's something that I look at and think about. This is a strip of magnet. It had sticky on the back, and I put it on the wall. And I use this for my dies that don't work in my Sidekick. So what I've done is I've divided my dies in two ways. The dies that need to go on my big shot go on the wall right there. And then my big shot, of course, is stored there, and I can just grab it and use it on this table or on the counter behind us. And then over here on the counter, I have my Sidekick. a magnet board, this cute little one that Noni made for me. She has a giant one in her craft room. You've probably seen that on my Instagram. And then I have my boxes that I keep my dies in. And there's no particular decision about which ones are on here versus on here. It has more to do with what I was making at the time. This one is all stars and butterflies. This one is everything else. And these are just other examples of how I use these boxes. I really love those. Those were a great deal. As I was cleaning my craft room, I noticed a couple of things and I made an honest list. And this might be something that you want to do. It's a little bit of tough love to give yourself. These are things I don't need. I don't need bling or sequins. I know, that's sad. I'll show you why in a minute. I don't need adhesive. I don't need mailing supplies, even though I forget and buy them, but I have plenty of stuff for Happy Mail. And I don't need washi, except dogs. I don't have any dog washi, and I only have, I'll show you, one cat washi. And I bought it because it was blue. So I don't have any washi with paw prints or dogs or anything like that. And I have some pet projects coming up. So that is my exclusion. This is my washi section. And I don't know that you guys saw this last time. Blue, right? That's category for me. That's how I do things. That's how a butterfly organizes. And then other washi. And there's more washi. I mean, you saw some on the shelves. And then last time you saw this, I might have had patterned paper in here, but this is just solid color cardstock. That's all that's in here now in those, what do we call them? Job order things. And the pink one is mirror and glitter and all the fancy paper, and then solid scraps. These are just empty boxes. These are just empty organizers that I tried and didn't really like. This is one of the things that a lot of people use for their collections. I moved across the room back to this drawer, but I didn't want to make you dizzy doing it. And this is why I don't need sequins. I'm in love with these Dollar Tree boxes, right? But I just kept buying more and more and more of them. And now the whole drawer is full. Buttons, sequins, bling, things that people have sent me in Happy Mail. It's just a drawer of goodness. But how many cards would I have to make to use all this stuff up? And then this is all bling and embellishments and enamel dots. See? Fun hearts. I mean, it's all stuff I like. And down here. But it was funny for me. Now, you'll notice I didn't put paper. I didn't say I didn't need paper. That's crazy talk. And the reason I don't need any packaging and Happy Mail stuff is this is only one of my bins that I use. And then these are the actual giveaway items, and that's full too. So I need to cut back on the shopping. And this area, I found that if any products were up here, I didn't use them at all. So I just put cute stuff up here. This is from Brandy, Crafty Reasons. She colored that dog and put that together and sent it to me, and I just made the card front. And then these are other projects. This basket in the back is from Cat and Paws Gretchen. Just fun stuff that I got in Happy Mail or made. And that's my blue journal. A big joyous mess of blue. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have questions or you want to see other specific areas, don't hesitate to ask. I am happy to share. And you need to keep in mind that for me, this is clean. So I can't always show you my craft room. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.